Welcome everyone. We've just about got camp set up the way I want it. It's time to get our fire lit. I have a couple of options that I'm going to share with you what I will do. I hope you're enjoying the videos, and let's get started. Now, depending on where you are camping, they may not allow you to have an open fire or open flame. Just a simple barbecue grill that I have picked up, really small, something easy to haul. And this will allow me to both use charcoal if I want to prepare a meal, or I can also use this as my burn pit. So we're going to set this up, and this is going to be my primary down here today, but I have a couple of other options that I want to show you that we can do over here. If you are allowed an open fire, then make it as big or wherever you choose, right? I mean, that's part of the fun about camping, is being able to get out and enjoy this stuff. So let me show you what we've got. Let's get set up. We might even cook us some dinner. Right. Now that's pretty level, and we're set there. Start putting some kindling in here. And I do try to keep this stuff just as small as I can, and obviously you want it dry. And we all pack along paper towels with us. I'm going to grab a couple of those for our fire starter. Now again, paper will start this fine, but nobody said camping had to be hard. So I brought along the torch as well. This is not something I have to waste a whole lot of time at here. I'm going to get this guy started up so we can do some other things. That laid right there on top of the paper. Obviously, if you're going to be grilling, you've probably brought along some lighter fluid. Now, it doesn't get too much easier than that. There will come a time when you don't have all this stuff and you wish you would have. But we're going to make this easy. Oh, that already smells good. A little more wood on here. These smaller sticks really makes for a hot fire. If you're going to be cooking, this is probably what you're looking for. And again, this is an 18-inch grill, something that's easy to carry, easy to maintain. Now, if you're cooking for a lot, then maybe your fire needs to be a little bit bigger than that. And again, I'm going to show you here in a minute how we're going to set our fire pit up if we was going to do an open fire. Let this guy get burning pretty good. I'm actually getting hungry. It's been a pretty good job getting set up out here. Now, what makes this nice is we now have a controlled fire. And if we need to put this guy out, we can just set the lid right back on top of it, and we won't have any problems at all. Then after this burns down, if you want to convert it right back over to charcoal, you should have a really nice bed of coals in here. Put your charcoal in, it should light right back up for you. Let that burn up a little bit. And while this is catching, when you get to your destination, you may not be able to find any rocks to make yourself a nice pit for your fire. So I stopped by and picked up 4 of these landscape blocks. These are 2 inches thick. They were $1 a piece. And that does give me something that I can place. And another really nice benefit about this, if we choose not to keep camp here, then I do have something that is mobile. I can pick this stuff back up, reuse it, and move it right on to the next spot. Get this guy laid out. And to be honest with you, walking around looking for rocks, I don't know that you could do that for $4. I do have a bigger log back here in the back for a windbreak, and I will keep that back away from the fire if we actually open the fire up into the pit here. But now that's pretty much set. I mean, it doesn't get too much more simple than that, right? And this guy, you've probably already got a small propane stove that you're bringing along to cook with as well. And this goes right on top of these small bottles. This was about 20 bucks. And again, even if the wood gets wet, you do have the ability to at least dry it out some for you. You can see I started that up pretty easy. Put this back in the box. Carry this guy over for our table. Oh yeah, that's going well. Now, grab our cooler. And the first thing I'm going to get started is a nice hot pot of coffee. Let me get this going. Now this is a percolator style coffee pot. So we're going to put our grounds inside of this, and then when it brings it to the boil on the fire, it will perk and push the water to the top and let it settle through the coffee grounds. Now, these don't require a filter, but if you choose to, you can cut a hole into a standard coffee filter and slide that down, and that will help you keep some of the grounds out of your coffee. Let's give that a try. Now, there's nothing wrong with John Wayne coffee either. That guy out of our way. Let's see. Okay. Camping is extremely enjoyable if you make yourself comfortable. I mean, that really is the biggest part of this. Now, you can't carry everything with you, but if you get what you need and make a couple of small things nice for yourself, you're going to enjoy your trip. Okay, let me check that. That's going to be perfect. Now, another thing I do in order to keep my coffee consistent is I will measure out exactly what it takes to make a pot of coffee at home and put that in an individual bag. Oh boy, that smells good. Get out of there. You don't want to waste none of it. Now, I did bring along a filter to show you what I was referring to. You can take, for the stem right here on top of this pot, just cut a small hole in the filter. You can see that there. And then place that inside before you place your coffee in there. And that will help keep some of the grounds out of it. Now, the trick to drinking camp coffee is never drink the bottom of the pot. If you get stirring around and you're almost empty, that's where all the grounds is at. Okay, let's find our lid here. We've got that guy ready to go. Slide that right back in the water. Now when it starts perking, if you've never used one of these, you're going to start seeing water to the top when it boils, and then the darker it gets, the closer your coffee is to being done. And the longer you leave it on the fire, the darker or richer the taste you can make it. Okay, let me grab this plastic bag. I don't want any trash left around. Get that in here. Now for our meal tonight, I'm going to make me a quick sandwich, but I have brought along some smoked sausage, bacon, homegrown tomatoes, a nice soda to drink, and also a hot cup of coffee. That's living. So our grill sets down. Being able to control your fire like this, again, it's made easy. You can leave the grill off of it, or let this burn down a little bit and put the grill on top. And if need be, I can put that lid on here and shut this fire down right now. So again, a great way to control a fire, inexpensive. I think the grill was, I don't know, $20. So obviously it's not a big expense. and it's something that can help you be a little more comfortable when you're out camping. Now, see what we need to do here. And by the way, coffee cup, Daddy Joe. The girls from the office picked that up for me, and I thank you for that. All right, salt and pepper. Now, another thing, when you guys are choosing cooking gear for your camping trips, it helps to go through the actual cooking aisle. I picked this little non-stick skillet up, and this is a 8-inch skillet, for $2 on clearance. So it pays to go over there. I know we all like convenient things to fit in the backpacks and things like that, but this is a little bit different trip, and I can afford a little bit extra room. Oh, look at this bacon. Oh, that's going to taste good. Now, get our bacon frying a little bit so we have some grease in our pan. Better set that guy over here. Again, that little grill is just convenient for this. It's nice to cook over a large campfire, and if you have all the utensils you need to do that. Otherwise, I mean, this is simple, and it's going to make us a pretty quick meal. Tell you what, that smells so good already. You guys might be able to taste that through the camera. Bring this guy up here. Look at that. Warm those guys up. Oh. Now, one thing nice about it, you're out here in the wild, you don't have to be quite as delicate with things as you do at home. I'll set this guy down here. We can reuse our fork. I'm going to let that cool down a little bit. That is hot. Ho, ho, ho. That smells good. That really did work out good. And again, since I'm out here by myself, I can put the lid on this thing now and know that it's safe and go on and do what I want to do without having to extinguish the fire each time. So just the way I do it, specifically if I'm by myself. Get this guy out of here. Now, one thing to mention, you can burn some calories out here when you're doing this. It's great exercise, but you also need a really good meal in order to sustain the energy level that you need. Let me scoot a little closer to our table here. It's a good thing we are outside. I don't have to sweep the floor. You can see that we've got the tent set up on the trailer. We used the trailer to haul the mule into the site, and now I have the hunting blind on back of the mule, so I have it mobile and ready to go. as well as having a really nice camp setup for myself to where I can be comfortable. I'm up off the ground. Everything is easy to do. I can tie that down to that trailer, which I have, and now it's mobile as well. Again, I've been talking about moving camp if I needed to. This is exceptionally easy to hook right back up to the Mule, primarily leave everything set up, and then haul it right down to wherever I choose to next. We're going to stay here for a while. I got a feeling the fish may be biting. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoy the video. Leave some comments. I know all of you out there has had some really good experiences camping. Again, if you're taking your children with you, they'll remember it for their lifetime, and they're going to share those memories with other folks. All right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. I hope your dinner was as good as mine. I mean, my goodness, I'm thinking about making another sandwich.
Oh, look at that perk. That's one of the greatest sounds of camping you'll ever hear right there.